So you're looking to quit your job for some extra motivation or someone you can relate to. Maybe you're even looking for someone to convince you not to do it. But by the end of this video, you will leave with 3 lessons, 2 examples, and with the answer to an underlying problem most people don't think they have. My whole working career, I've been split in 2, having a business on one hand and having a full-time job on the other. Even when I didn't have a business, I was going to school full-time and working full-time. The truth is, I was a part of hustle culture, through and through. Even at times, my health took a back seat, and I'm sure in future videos, I'll share some of those experiences with the lessons I learned along the way. But I want you to know, I want you to look at me dead in my eyes. This is not the way to do it. Success isn't achieved by hard work alone. There will be times when you need to put your head down, turn off distractions, and pull all-nighters to speed up or blast through something. But this shouldn't be the norm. You won't be as successful as you could be by doing this. You need to be able to slow down, reflect, and adjust your strategy from time to time. Slowing down, make sure that you didn't jump from one hamster wheel to another. When it became painfully apparent to me that I was working hard on the wrong things, everything changed. For me, it became painfully apparent when I started to seek out people who I thought had the life I wanted in the organization I was working in or similar ones. I looked at people who were 1 or 2 roles above me, and when I made it a point to connect with them and ask them questions, I realized I didn't want their life. I hated the fact that they had little to no freedom. Their life revolved around work, even outside of work. Their work didn't shut off when the clock struck 5 or when the weekend would start. Even if they took a vacation with their family, you would find them responding to emails or having to jump on emergency conference calls, and it wasn't even a damn emergency. And before I keep going, I want you to know, I genuinely love work, but the issue I have is when big companies are out of touch and want you to act like you're the CEO, take ownership, or run your job or line of business like it's yours. But you aren't the CEO, and that place is not yours in every tangible metric. You are not the owner. Like this video if the next things apply to you. You have less autonomy. You have to ask for permission to leave work early or plan a vacation, to get a raise, to make real decisions that could add to the bottom line of the business. You have these ideas, but someone sitting far away in their ivory tower thinks they know best, and instead of making decisions to help the most people, they make decisions that favor their annual bonus paid in cash and stock options. If you don't know what a stock option is and your annual compensation doesn't reflect a payout of this type, then trust me, you aren't part of the executive leadership team. You aren't earning equity, and the business is not yours in any way, shape, or form. If you're serious about building wealth, you need to subscribe to this channel where we work hard every day to teach you what you need to know to build a life with choices and freedom. The truth is, you need to have ownership in the thing you are working hard on. The next reason why I quit was I asked them to show me what their calendars look like. When I saw it, I felt sorry for them. I saw very little breathing room. Working from home, for most people, just replaced the commute with earlier meetings. Meetings that everyone knew exactly what was going to be said, addressing problems they had and would still have after the meeting. When I asked them on a personal level, what do they look forward to the most? Most people said spending time with their family. So I asked them, when do you get time to do that? The overwhelming answer was the weekend. I said, how about after work? They said, I can't really say that's quality time if I'm being honest, because between maybe getting a workout in, homework, and getting ready for the next day, quality time looks like catching half a Netflix show. The sad thing is, I'm usually doing some kind of work while watching the show. So I said, with all the respect, you're basically working 5 days a week for the freedom of two, and the responses and faces I got after making that statement, well, let's just say they told me everything that I needed to know about my next move. One person said, it's not even 2 days of freedom, if I'm being honest. Because in my line of work, when technology goes down, I have to work on the weekends to make sure everything is up and running by Monday. So it can easily creep into Saturday and even Sundays. And the thing that pissed him off the most was the company knew exactly what needed to be done to reduce the frequency of crashes, but they said they don't have the budget for it, even though his company's CEO and the other members of the executive leadership team continue to make outrageous bonuses. Do you know that the average CEO of the top 500 companies in the US made more than 300 times the pay of the median worker in their respective companies? The CEO to worker pay ratio should motivate you to do something about it. Another person's response was, well, what am I supposed to do with all that free time? Now, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect this response, but I sat there for a second, and the only thing I could think of was to reach through that Zoom call, grab that man's shirt, and slap him silly. What do you mean you don't know what you will do with your free time? But the reality of this question introduces a much deeper problem that I think most people are having. Who am I? Who are you? Without a job, without a boss, without a schedule, meetings, fire drills, deadlines. What would you do if there wasn't someone making a schedule for you? Without someone having a lot of control over so many aspects of your life, your thoughts, your body, time, and activities. Am I the only one that is blown away that people's identities are so closely knitted to their job title? I know after talking to so many people that they didn't even realize it. Corporate speak changed the way they talk and how they interact with people. It made so many people fake and care about the wrong things. The best performing people became professional bullshit artists capable of fluffing up conversations and meetings for hours on end without actually saying something or doing something useful. And they themselves didn't even care about the meeting or find it meaningful. But they did it because it was their job to do it. They compromised what they knew with their time, effort, and mind for garbage, and that's why they can't imagine a life without someone telling them what to do day in and day out. These are the same people that would struggle the most with being in a room with no noise other than the thoughts in their heads. It almost feels like I'm late to the party, but the truth is, the Great Resignation had little to do with my reasons and timing for quitting my comfortable, secure job. It's in my nature to be analytical and calculate everything that has to do with money and achieving success. And my ability to buy my freedom was largely because of these traits and skills. But that's just not the whole story. And throughout each video, I will inspire you, sometimes make you angry, but above all, share with you the knowledge I've learned along the way. You have to be willing to do things that others aren't willing to do starting today, so that one day you can do what others wish they could do. I feel like I'm personally on the verge of exponential growth in all aspects of my life. I'm financially free, but my future family, they're not yet. I don't have the lifestyle I dream of either. I'm free because the amount of liquid assets divided by how long I can expect to live adds up. For me, quitting my job means I bought my freedom to do what I love to do, and if it's providing value for you, then subscribe. I didn't know anything about editing or talking on camera, and I love that you are joining the Freedom Chasing channel where we can grow together and build the life we deserve. That little voice on your shoulder telling you you can't do something, we'll get rid of it. I want you to know you can learn from having a job, of course. You can learn from anyone, including people who are homeless. You can learn from life events that you personally experienced, But the people that are the most successful learn a lot from the life events of others so that they don't have to make the same mistakes. Sometimes we learn what to do. Sometimes it's what not to do. But doing something day in and day out without having a meaningful purpose doesn't serve you. It serves someone else. So be intentional about your work and make sure that your actions are aligned to your goal, not just the company you work for. Eventually, you won't work there, whether it's because they lay people off because of a recession or because the CEO is taking a company in a different direction and can afford to downsize your department or get rid of it altogether. It's better for you and your loved ones that you are prepared while you still have your health than to be at the mercy of a program like unemployment or Social Security or become a financial burden to your loved ones. To continue learning, choose from one of the videos over here. The previews to the videos are playing below each thumbnail. To your freedom chasing success. Cheers.